This video is a bit different from what I planned. The video that I originally planned was supposed to be good, but it turned out to be pretty similar to my last video, which was still funny, but I decided I'd rather do this one. It's about these two games that have been living rent-free in my head for a couple months now. One is a game that's an overrated masterpiece, and the other one is a game that I think is going in a wrong path. Let's first start with the overrated masterpiece, Hades. If you don't know what this game is, it's a roguelike, set in hell and based off Greek mythology. And it's an award juggernaut, over 50 Game of the Year awards, and tons of 10 out of 10s, which I don't understand. While most of my issues could just be watered down that it's a roguelike, there are still these big flaws that I think most people overlook. First, after I'd say 30 plus runs, it becomes clear that all the bosses in each level are the same. Now, sure, some of these bosses do have a different gimmick, but the premise is the same. Now, I don't know if you know the definition of insanity, but one of the ways it could start is doing the same thing over and over again. Which is what you do here. You get abilities, and in your head you probably have a strategy of what abilities to get. You fight the same bosses. Now, with the bosses, to me, once you beat it once, you can beat it every time. So after your 40-minute run, you get to the final boss. Actually, no, before that, you have to relive the 1300s, but then you're at the final boss. Now, I don't know who made this boss, but it was clearly this guy, because this boss cheats! Now, to give context, this game doesn't have iframes after you get hit, which causes a lot of problems where your health just mysteriously goes down very fast, and this guy uses that to his advantage with some mustard beam where you can kiss your run goodbye. But to be fair, it is realistic. If I had to feel and taste mustard from a beam, I'll become E.T. I give this game a 6 out of 10. Okay, for this game, it's generally actually pretty good, but there are things that it does that I think will screw over its sequels and have the same mistakes that the creators have had in their past work. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now I'm going to let AK explain this game.
This Vision Flop guy is so dumb. You know what he wanted me to do? He wanted me to do some dumbass Apex roleplay. Like, what the fuck is that? It was so bad I left midway. Fuck this shit, Vision Flop. If you want to send him some stupid ass NFT or some shit or collab, I don't know what the fuck you want. It's on site, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. If I see you ever again, I swear to God. I swear to God.
Thanks, AK, for your summary. Yeah, so that's what this action RPG is. If you didn't know, Square Enix, they made Kingdom Hearts. It used to be a very good franchise, but then later, the story became so complex and diverse, it came to a point where you had to play some Kingdom Hearts website game that shut down, and so many other Kingdom Hearts games, which you would think are spin-offs, which they are, but they contain as much lore as the main game. And with the decisions done to this series, it looks like it's going in the same path. Now, don't get me wrong, I like complicated stories. For example, I really like the FNAF one because of how in-depth it goes and how far it goes to finding how it goes. But when it gets goofy, like I have to play a Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale mobile game, that's where it starts to go downhill. Well, that's all I got to say. I know this video is random, but I can promise you, it was better than the Apex roleplay.